If you want some tips on getting layers straight on your handmade cards, keep watching and I'll share what I've learned. Hi, this is Sage Kimball and I'm the Mad Stamper with more tips for card makers and paper crafters. There's nothing that detracts from a beautiful handmade card like layers that are misaligned. I've tried many strategies over the years to prevent this problem. This is what works best for me. I add adhesive to the smaller layer, place it on the mat, and then nudge it into place before the adhesive bonds. I also find that using grid paper behind my work helps me with alignment because the grid lines give my eyes a good reference. Once I'm happy with the alignment, then I can press down on the adhesive so it will bond well. In order to nudge a piece into place, I need an adhesive that doesn't stick permanently as soon as the layers touch. I call this nudgeability. The other thing I need in an adhesive is permanence. I don't want my layers coming apart after I give the card away. Understanding the pros and cons of different adhesives will help you choose the best options in your craft room. I'll share tips on the different adhesives I've used for adhering layers. I'll start with the dry adhesives. Snail is easy to apply and is usually nudgeable. A few years ago, Stampin' Up! Changed the adhesive in Snail and it has lost some degree of permanence, so I rarely use this anymore. Fast Fuse is a more recent addition to Stampin' Up's adhesives. It's stronger and more permanent than Snail, and I prefer it for that reason. But it's a little trickier to use. When you finish laying down a strip of adhesive, you can't just pick it up or you're going to get a string of adhesive between your cardstock and the applicator. It works best when you come to the end of the line of adhesive if you just move the case to one side or the other instead of straight up. Tear and tape adhesive is excellent for 3D projects. It's even stronger than Fast Fuse. And it's easy to use because you can just tear off a piece of adhesive and apply it to your cardstock. I've got some videos on both Fast Fuse and tear and tape, and I'll add the links so that you can watch them if you want more information. Humidity plays a large part in the performance of dry adhesives. Where I live, the climate is very dry, and all three of these adhesives are nudgeable until our thunderstorm season arrives each summer, and then they all stick as soon as the layers touch each other, especially Fast Fuse and tear and tape. And I can only imagine the problem in areas with a much higher humidity than here in the high desert. The other problem with humidity is that when it's high, all three of these dry adhesives can fail. Liquid glues are very nudgeable and very permanent. Tombow multi-purpose glue dries tacky so that if any squeezes out, you're going to have a mark on your cardstock, plus it's going to feel a little tacky. All of the liquid glues have a tendency to show. So I don't like the tacky feel of Tombow multi-purpose glue, but other card makers use it exclusively for layers. The fine tip glue pen is a wetter glue, which isn't tacky, but it still shows when it dries. Of all the wet glues, Ranger Multimedia Matte shows the least, although it's still visible, especially on darker cardstock. Glue sticks can be messy. It's hard to get an even layer of adhesive on your cardstock. When I tested it, I found the bond wasn't as strong as I like, and in this sample, the adhesive layer was too thin in these areas. The best solution I've found so far for both nudgeable and permanent is a combination of Fast Fuse or tear and tape and glue stick. After adding some Fast Fuse to my layer, I'll go over it with the glue stick. And because it's a wetter glue, it will provide some nudgeability. I hope these tips for aligning layers and the review of adhesives will be helpful in your craft room. Thanks for watching. Please like this video, share it with your friends, and leave me a comment. For more inspiration and instructions, be sure to sign up for my newsletter at www.stampingmadly.com. And don't miss another great video. Subscribe to the Mad Stamper YouTube channel now.